there were lots of poisonous snakes in Virginia? Alright. We are ready for our last change. Well, not quite our last change. We'll have one more change left, but this is our next step. I'm going to give you your voices back. Congratulations. Wow. Alright. Unfortunately, with having your voices back, you are no longer allowed to touch your partner.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Voice only. Voice only. I will walk very slowly. Thank you. I will walk very slowly.
Where are you? Here I am. Okay, good.
And Aya is going to be around to make sure she's going to spot, just to make sure that nobody's falling or tripping. Please, no hands. Rob, will you stand right here? Because there's a big root structure. There's a hole, and I just don't want people to actually step in it. Instructions, and then we are hopefully about 2 minutes away from being done. For the next portion of this, not only because we have golfers right here, we don't want to mess up their drive, but you are no longer allowed to touch or say anything to your partner. You cannot touch or say anything to your partner.
What?
No
touching,
words.
no saying?
No words, no touching. Got it? Figure it out.
Yeah, we should.
Let's go.
That was right.
You just invite to contact.
And then just snap to the right.
You figured out how you're going to communicate. Follow me.
I'm sure he may, right? May he listen to my steps? Come right straight.
I love my Lennon.
Lennon's the man. The woman, really.
Blindfold Lennon?
Yeah, why is Lennon blindfold?
I don't know. Lennon is getting out of all sorts of things. I have now taken your voices away from you. I'm going to ask Rob and Aya to kind of regulate that. Obviously, if somebody is about to fall on their face or run smack dab into a tree, then you should say something. But I want it to be a silent walk through the woods. No more speaking. If you are the leader, you may not tell your partner what to do anymore. Got it? Right here. Just make sure that
Okay.
Jeszcze.
Hole.
Oh,
Hole. That's okay. Don't you step in the hole? I'm the hole guy.
Wait, you're in front of Rob, stop. Here.
Okay, there's a hole right here.
Oh.
Just blocking the hole.
This is good.
AdeshGo.com, developing online tools for civic outreach and mobilization. Go.com. Into the woods.
Oh shoot, what is this? What is this? What is this? It's wood.
I've never done this in the woods here.
Kind of scary.
I know, I feel like I'm gonna walk into something.
Be careful.
Adesh.com. Go.com. Trust walk.
It sounds like you guys feel pretty good about that. Do you feel like you kind of really accomplished something there?
I'm proud. Everything feels so light.
I just have a few questions about this. Obviously, it was a trust walk. And the point of it is in the title, trust. Do you feel like after that you trust the person that you were with more or less?
David, I trust you.
More. Less is more. Good. The other reason that I wanted to do the trust walk like this and not as you would see a regular trust walk, just kind of wandering through a few obstacles, is because, and somebody used this term earlier today, type A personalities. I think it was David maybe, but in this group we have people who tend to be leaders. We have a lot of people who step up and do things for their communities and go out and find the opportunities to be leaders. And I wanted to talk briefly with all of you about what it means to be a leader and what it means to be a follower. And what the differences are, what the similarities are, but also kind of talk about your styles. Because again, in less than a few days, you're going to be put in groups where somebody's going to have to take a leadership role and somebody's going to have to follow. And I want you to think briefly about the 4 different ways that I had you guys go through the woods. What was the first way that you were walking? Anybody? How was the first way you were going through the woods?
With holding hands.
Holding hands and talking. So a combination of both your hands. So you could do whatever you needed to do to get your partner through. Then what could you do next?
We couldn't
No
tell.
voice.
No voices, only holding.
Yeah.
Right? How was that?
It wasn't that bad.
It wasn't that bad, okay. And then what did I take away?
No voices, no touching.
No touching, but you still had your voice, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Which was more difficult for you? Having somebody guide you without a voice, or having somebody tell you exactly what you should be doing?
I think the guiding was easier because then you didn't have to go left, right, no, wait.
So there may be too many instructions to follow, and it was easier to guide because maybe it was a little bit more relaxed. There was not as much like, no, wait, stop, Okay. All right. What about when I took away everything?
Awful.
That was really
You did a good job.
Well, I think I trusted more at that point because of the previous stuff, so I was actually less worried. I was more just like, okay, I'm not going to fall over. And we got the classes down.
Yeah.
Okay.
Classes. 5 classes done. That wasn't
Are you okay?
nearly fast enough.
Everybody's a lot to say, but I want to hear a few individual
I think it
comments.
was very difficult because everybody has the same symbols, yes?
You can do so.
Yeah. At first,
Yeah, just
all
follow
the way
footsteps.
was like this, and we don't understand go back or what to do.
Okay. We've talked a lot about the followers as leaders. Was it easier to tell people with your voices, with your hands, or with signals? Or was it? Or did you feel most comfortable leading when you had everything?
Definitely hands.
Hands.
And words.
So what do you think that says about everybody's management style, your leadership style, and what does that say about everybody's followship style? Like how would you follow? So it's best I could do. Your follower style. Follower has a really negative connotation. Would you agree?
Yeah.
Is it a negative thing?
No.
No. Martin Luther King wouldn't have gotten anything done if he didn't have some followers. So you have to be able to be a good follower too, right? So right now, for this discussion, I want to make sure that we understand that follower is not a negative word. It is something that everybody has to be at some time in their